What a disgrace, what a circus. Kamala Harris decided to give an interview for Fox News to step into the lion's den, and we all got the opportunity to see what she actually stands for. It stands for nothing. Let's find out what happened. Hello, everybody. My name is Stavros. I'm a professor of international relations and an advocate for democracy, not republicanism, not the republics that we know in the West, for actual democratic, participatory democratic processes. And we're going to be talking more about this in this channel. But today, we're going to be talking about last night's interview of Kamala Harris for Fox News. She really made a fool of herself. We actually got to see, we had the opportunity to see an actual person, a journalist, interviewing her and asking her, sincere questions, not throwing her softballs. So let's see, I got some notes here of what she actually said, the main points of this, I would say, disgrace. It was disgraceful for her to, she doesn't stand for anything. She doesn't have policies, doesn't have ideas. Politically, she amounts to zero, and we actually got the opportunity to see that. So the journalist asked her, how many illegals have you released? Can you tell us? Because of your policies, you basically scratched the previous Trump administration policies that were in place. And according to the previous policies, illegal immigrants had to stay detained. And according to your own cabinet and the Secretary for Homeland Security, 85% of the apprehended people were released into the country to do whatever they want to. So it was about 6 million people. What do you say about that? Do you know the number of how many people you released? She didn't know. She couldn't respond. She was just laughing. She was saying she was always kept babbling and laughing. She couldn't know how to respond. She said that I'm glad you raised the topic. This is really important, but she never really answered the question how many people you released. The journalist hit back. He said that many of these people were single men. They were basically predators, and actually they committed heinous crimes. What do you say about that? She just tried to dodge that question. She spoke and generally speaking, he didn't say anything. He started babbling again. He said, we try to fix it. We need to do more. Blah blah blah. Yada yada. We learn from our mistakes. Basically, she didn't respond at all. Then the Fox News journalist, he pushed further and he said, there were 3 young women that were assassinated, murdered by these people that you basically released into our country. And former President Bill Clinton, he was speaking in one of your rallies, and he basically said that one of these young ladies would not have been murdered if the person, the predator, if he wasn't, if he was apprehended and he wasn't released. And he asked Kamala, "Do you owe any of these families an apology? What do you think?" And and this was something that happened at the beginning, at the early days of the administration. Instead of answering the question, again, she made a fool of herself by saying, "Yeah, you know what? If this is tragic, the idea, these incidents are tragic. Sure, yeah, you have feelings. We trust you, Kamala." And then she said that this is tragic, but if we did have bipartisan support and we did vote on the bill that we had a couple of months ago, half a year ago, things would have been different. But the problem is that these incidents, as the Fox News journalist asked her about, was at the beginning of their administration, not 6 months ago. So that wouldn't change anything. So she basically dodged that question again, making, again, a fool of herself. Then the journalist asked her, what, at the beginning, you said that when you took charge of the border, you said that the border was secure. Do you stand by that? She didn't respond. Then the journalist said that the Border Union Association basically endorsed Trump, and they said that you're a failure. What do you say to that? She didn't say anything. Basically, she said that, I get them. They're frustrated, and they don't want me. I get it. You know what? Yes, Kamala, everybody gets them. Nobody wants you. It's pretty obvious. Then they played a previous interview of her where she said that she supported illegal immigrants to get a driver's license by the states, also to receive free healthcare and tuitions by the U.S. government, which is crazy. These people are illegal. They have broken the law by getting into the country. So she said, we should pay for them. The taxpayers should pay for that. The Fox News journalist, asked her if she stands by by these ideas. She said that was 5 years ago, and I will, stand by the law. I will follow the law. Basically, not answering. Then he hit back again by saying, you know what, your candidate for vice president, your running mate, Tim Walz, he actually signed these laws into state law in Missouri. So basically, he supports these ideas. You chose him, so you support these ideas, right? And again, she didn't say anything. She couldn't say anything. She was totally destroyed by this interview. The journalist also showed us a TV ad by where we saw her talking to a trans woman giving an interview where Kamala was saying that she's in favor of using taxpayer dollars for sex change for prisoner surgery. Can you imagine that? She's saying that, if prisoners want to move forward with this kind of surgery for sex change, gender change, she's in favor of supporting that, which is really crazy. Like, why would people, why would people would fund these surgeries for prisoners, among all the people, for prisoners? And then she said that, that this is a standing policy, and if there's a medical necessity, on a medical necessity basis, this could have happened even during the Trump administration. So why would people the taxpayer would actually fund this? Why would this be a medical necessity instead of the prisoners paying it themselves? Why would it be a necessity and a medical one for the taxpayer to pay that? This is like so radical. This is so crazy. And it said, I will follow the law. She didn't say anything. She tried to change the subject, talking about affordable housing and small businesses, which, by the way, is the backbone of this economy. This is just a soundbite. Doesn't mean anything. She just repeats her playbook without any actual opinions, without any actual positions. Then she was asked, why are you different than Biden? She said nothing again. And then when she was asked, that 75% of pollsters in this country think that this country is on the wrong track, aren't you responsible for this wrong track? Listen to this. She said, you know what? Yes, I've been VP, but Donald Trump is also running for office. He asked her, people think that you're the country's on the wrong track. Aren't you responsible? She said, yes, Donald Trump is also running for office. And he hit back by saying, but you're the VP. And she said, listen to this, come on, you and I both know what I'm talking about. And the journalist said, actually, no, I don't know what you're talking about. She couldn't raise any point. The only the stronger point of this interview was when she hit back against Trump. That's the only strength that the Democrats have, because Trump is an egopath. He's crazy. He's autocratic. He's a tyrant. She actually hit back, and she scored some points when she said that, Trump said he would go against people who engaged in peaceful protests, who disagree with him. This is accurate. So, these people are, all of them, they're not fit to run for office, obviously. But the only time that she was successful in raising any points when she was talking about Trump, and that according to his aides that he isn't fit to run. His aides, yes, they do say that. So she doesn't have to say anything for herself. She's a total zero politically, null, nothing, zilch. So she just could say something bad about Trump, I guess. The negative aspect of this campaigning is the only thing that sticks here. Then she was asked by the journalist, when did you first realize that Joe Biden's mental faculties appeared to be diminished? And she didn't say. She said that I saw him in the Situation Room, and he has the judgment to make important decisions. Right now, he has the judgment. The person who doesn't know where he is right now, Joe Biden, has the judgment to make important decisions. Why then isn't he running? Why did you guys throw him off the ticket, the ballot? Because obviously he cannot do anything. He's incapable, and you were responsible. Kamala was also responsible of hiding that secret from the American people, that we have a president who is basically a stooge. Other people are making these decisions, and they would have moved forward with another 4 years of this lunacy. So yes, obviously, she said that, he's not on the ballot. Trump is. Trump's aide said that he is not fit to govern. You're right. He's not. Biden is not. And obviously, you are not as well. Yeah, she just blabbed and blabbed and blabbed. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She's totally worthless, truly. And let's hope, that something changes. I guess in any case, the U.S. is going to be really, really weaker after this election cycle. This is it for today, guys. If you like this video, like, subscribe, and share. Keep raising the black for freedom of information and the freedom of opinion, and I'll see you at the next one. One of the topics, obviously, of this channel is foreign policy, and she really lacks in foreign policy. She was asked, which country do you think is the main adversary of the United States? And she said Iran, of all countries. She didn't say China or Russia as the main adversary. She said, Iran, because they have American blood in their hands and because of their bombardment of Israel. Yeah, you know what? Israel started it. Israel basically started bombarding and killing Iranians in the first place. But she doesn't know what she's talking about. Iran is the worst adversary of the U.S., such a weak country compared to China, for instance. She's truly clueless.